All right, so here we go on James 1:11, and it reads, "For the sun rises with a scorching wind and withers the grass, and its flower falls off, and the beauty of its appearance is destroyed. So too, the rich man in the midst of his pursuits will fade away." So James again is talking about what happens to people that are in unfortunate circumstances, how they get elevated when they go through the challenges. And now he's doing the flip side of the coin, talking about the rich man. So some of the wording is a little bit awkward here. So for as soon as the sun rises. So James might be talking about something happening in the morning. Again, when we read the Bible, we need to try and identify what does the original author, James, mean to his original audience, a group of believers. Okay, so when the sun comes up, there's a scorching wind. It's a burning heat. It's hot and it's dry, and it's going to wither the grass. So this is over time. And its flower falls off, and the beauty of its appearance is destroyed, or it perishes. Okay, so that's the image James wants for us to have. Now he's going to compare that to, "So too the rich man in the midst of his pursuits will fade away." So this rich man, there's a lot to say about this. We can go to Psalm 49:17 and just going to paraphrase it. You can't take it with you. And then also in Ecclesiastes 5:16, again, summarized, what do you gain by chasing after the wind? So James is talking about all these things that here on earth, a rich man is chasing after, all of his pursuits, his business pursuits, his career pursuits, money, fame, fortune, all that type of stuff. It's all going to fade away. It's going to be extinguished. We're going to turn the lights out on that chapter or on that person's pursuits. So again, James grew up learning these because he grew up with Jesus. So he saw this a lot, and we can look back on our own lives when we were in elementary school and in teenage years and think back to, wow, those things that I was chasing after, yeah, they did fade away and they're not that big anymore. I can think back to my own kids building this big, huge Lego project, and at 5, at 10 years old, and then now that they're 20, it's kind of like, not a big deal. That pursuit faded away in my mind. You can think Call of Duty, getting all those accolades, all the different trophies that you can win on Call of Duty video games. When the next one comes out, that next November, nobody cares. It fades away. It's chasing after the wind. We do this nowadays. We on Facebook, we're trying to get likes. We're trying to be an influencer. We're trying to get more followers. So this type of thing is not new to us. It's something you can look at it in a business sense and money. And again, there's that old phrase out there at a rich man on his deathbed thinking to himself, man, I wished I spent more time at the office. No, he's normally saying something more along the lines of, I wish I spent more time with my family. Even growing up, I loved football. I wished I was really good at it, but after I graduated high school, there was no more playing football. That chapter was done. Whereas if I had chosen a different one, say golf, well, that's something that has a lot more long-lasting, something that older people can do as they age, whereas football, once you're done, you're done. One of the children's videos that I really like is Cars. We have Lightning McQueen. So in Lightning McQueen #1, it was all about him. It was all about how fast he could do. He wanted to get tight with Dynaco, and he overcame those things, and he was the underdog, the Rocky of the story, and he ended up winning the big race at the end there. And then you transition and you go to Cars Part 3, and now we see an older Lightning McQueen, and he's not as fast as he used to be. These newer cars, they got the turbos and all that stuff, and that pursuit that he was doing to be #1, that's no longer in the picture for him. Now he transitioned. It's a really great story about how he takes another car under his wing and he kind of trains up that car on how to do so good and all that stuff. So again, what James is trying to say is all these things that we're pursuing, they're going to fade away. And we really need to focus on the things that have long-lasting in time frame that's going to affect our lives and others' lives as well, is probably what he's meaning by that, especially when you add that in with Ecclesiastes.